everyone, welcome back to my channel. This week's video is part 3 of the process of restoring a Toni doll's hair. And in this video,
yeah, it's a video.
I learn something new every day.
Yes, I know.
In this video, we're going to take her hair down and show how to restyle it.
Well, I mostly show how to style it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Because you're really good with hair. I'm rotten with hair.
I mean,
yeah, she's so good with hair, but I'm not. And so I started.
But it looks good that way.
Well, that's because I have to wear a hat all the time.
Well,
I sort of one hairstyle, hat style.
Yeah, but it suits you.
Okay.
In any way,
as long as it suits
this
me.
particular video, which was also done for the Toni fan page, it's the last in the series, and it is all on styling your doll's hair. Toni doll, that is.
Yes.
Enjoy. Hi everyone. This is our last tutorial on caring for your doll's hair, restoring it. With first we did the washing, then we did the setting, and now we are going to take down her curlers. And here are some of the implements that we use. Sometimes we use a pick or a metal comb or even a rat tail comb, and these clips can help with putting different sections, clipping them away so that you can they'll help you in the process of styling. Now these little clips we have found are very helpful, especially since they are very small. These are alligator clips, at least I think that's what they're called. They're wonderful after they're styled. These are good for while you're styling and after you're styling because they're so small, these little claw clips. And we'll put a link to how you can get them. We purchased them at Amazon. They were very reasonable. So this is the little girl that you guys chose for us to work on. She's a P91 and her hair has been up for many days. First we unsnap the curler and we unroll it. I usually put a finger in the curl so that I can untwist it and it stays right very nice in its curl. You don't want to lose these. You want to take them apart and flatten them out. These are the end papers and they can be used again.
And again.
So then all I do is I start, oh, see, I found out that the curler didn't go back here. It came forward. And I'll do the same. Now this curl, sometimes you'll have some of the strands are a little tight. I do the same thing. I unwrap it, take down the paper, which I'll take care of later, and then she has a nice curl. I'm going to do that all the way around her hair, and I'm going to go for each curler, the next curler that is the easiest to undo. Tell me when. So here she is. All of her curls are out. She's got the Shirley Temple thing going on, but we're going to change that. What I do is I take a curl and I start combing it down over usually my thumb and always going in the direction that the curl was curled in. And once I have them basically curled out, that is when I can figure out what her style is going to be. Now at first it's going to look like there is far too much curl, but when we're done it won't. And what I do with these bottom ones, I either curl some under, like this so, or I can take some just above and curl those up. And then you'll have 2 layers of curls. You can do this with many different implements. I always like to, when I'm curling it out, curl it, brush it, comb it over a finger so that I'm not pulling on that wig. And then when I get enough of them, I will take one of these clips and I will clip it down like this because I want this part of her hair to be more flat against her head and just have the bunch of curls down here. But first I have to comb it all out, and I will show you, I'm going to comb all this out, but I'll show you what I'm going to do with the front in a moment. So here she is with a very, very basic comb out. You'll notice that in some places it doesn't look like it is completely combed out, but it will be. All we have to do is continue to work it, combing it down, not pulling on the wig, just combing it down. And on this side, as you see, most of the hair is together. So we're going to come way down here and we're going to put in a clip. That clip will stay in for a few days and the hair will not go back to this. It will stay, maybe not as flat, but very close to it. So now I'm going to continue to work with it, and don't get frustrated if it doesn't look like it's combing out. You just have to keep working with it and finding out where each curl looks the best and naturally wanting to be. Okay, so here we go. As you can see, this is just preliminary. We have put all of the clips to hold down the hair on her scalp, and then you can see all of her curls that are framing it. Now we're going to work on the front, and then when we're done, we're going to show you that this has to be, her wig has to be glued down right here. We're going to finish doing her hair. So what I'm going to do, I feel that these would be best, these side pieces would be best combed back. So I'm going to comb them out a little bit, and I always use my finger so I don't have to rip at the ends. I'm going to comb these together. And that's when these little clips come in handy. Now I'm going, for the moment, I might eventually put in one of these, but for right now I'm just going to use one of these little claws and I'm going to clip it. And then I am going to do her bangs. I'm going to brush them out, always using it over my finger, and I usually hold a piece of the hair so that it is not ever pulling on her wig. And I'm going to comb this one out. And then I will comb them together. They don't have to mesh completely. And I'm going to place them so that some of her wig will not cover this up. And I'm going to put some of this hair over that. But the next thing we're going to show you is how to glue this down. This is what it will look like. Her front, her bangs will look like once it has finished being glued. But we're going to pin it completely back out of the way so that this part can be glued, and that is what we will show you next.
We're back again, everybody, and we're going to show you. This is what I've used several different kinds of glue. This is from Doll Parts. It seems to work the best, at least for me. And how I apply it, I waited till this was all washed and mostly set. Mostly styled. And I don't push it out of the top because all it does is seal. And I want to be able to place this glue exactly where I want it. So I use a toothpick and I hold her hair back because I don't want all those little hairs in there. And I place the glue exactly where I want it. If I get it where I don't want it, I'll wipe it off. And if you read the instructions, it says it works best if you hold it down for a while. So let's settle in your chair, put a good movie on, listen to some book or something, whatever, and you hold it exactly where it's been glued. And there's no reason to hurry. This isn't going to glue too quickly for me. Sometimes I get hairs in there I don't want. I just take my fingers and wipe off the glue. Got a bunch of glue in my glue bottle I'm not happy with right now. Okay. A little bit too much glue here, but I'm going to use it anyway. You don't want an overabundance of glue. It's just going to make a problem for you. And as you can see, it could use just a hair back in here. And since I'm going to be holding it anyway, like this, might as well put the glue in there. It wouldn't really make a big difference if I didn't, but why not? That's what happens to these wigs after 70 years. And this really seems to do a good job. So, toothpicks I use for almost every part of cleaning my dolls. And it's called Dolls Part Instagrip by, does that say Bono? Bono, I guess. Works.
So while the doll we've been showing you is off having her hair glued, I thought I would show you a couple of dolls that are either in the process of being combed out or already combed out. This little brown-eyed girl, she has had very short hair. We're still in the process of working on her, but here is a style that you can do on a short-haired doll if you do not want it straight. Then we've also got this lovely little girl who I am about to comb out and style her hair, which I'll show you in a second. Here she is styled, and you'll notice that she does not have the very tight curls. She has, we used a larger curler, and we were able to get this soft curls out of her. So here we're going to use just a little pin. Her hair isn't exactly where we would like it. You don't always have to use those other kind of little clips. This is actually a vintage pin that came in one of these dolls. now she is styled, and I really do like all the different ways that curls can be used in their hair. It doesn't always have to be tight. And she is ready
She's the only one
to be displayed. And we have these other two ladies who are going to be combed out, but they're going to be combed out later. And we're still holding this one's head down, and it won't take too much longer, and we will show you her hair basically done. So her hair has had, or her scalp that is, has had her cap has had a chance to dry a little bit. Not completely, that's why we have added this clip. That will stay in for a little while and allow it to completely
dry.
Yeah. But you can see how I have clipped back her bangs, and you can no longer see any of the area where the wig cap could have been, but it doesn't quite cover.
It does now that I glued it.
Okay, so here is her original outfit that has been cleaned and pressed, and we're going to put her in it. And if you notice, this is one of the ways that we
iron. This is one of the ways we iron because we don't want any creases. So we take either cotton, paper towel, tissues when the dress is wet or the sleeves are wet, and we stuff them so when they come out and you're ready to put it on the dowel, there are no creases from the iron. And here is her dress.
The next thing you're going to see is this little lady in her dress.
Oh, there she
but
is.
when her hair has had a chance to completely set, then we will put a picture on of her before and after. So here she is with her very clean dress and shoes, all original, but this is only her preliminary after. I have to take out all the clips in her hair, and her dress needs a couple of little incidentals done on it. And when she is completely done, then we will put on a picture of her before and after. But I think she looks really good.
I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. Next week's video will be a before and after of a Madame Alexander Puddin doll from 1965.
That's a baby doll, right?
Yeah, in a big one too. That's a pretty cool scene you did there.
Really?
Did you do that all by yourself?
No. But it looks to me like they're having a lot of fun.
It looks to me like the passengers flirting with the guy that's cleaning the windshield.
Well, you know, he's kind of cute.
He's really cute.
Well, you know, if you liked this video, we would love to have a like. We definitely would love it if you'd like to subscribe.
Till next time, just remember, it is possible to do it yourself.
Is it really?
Absolutely.